And there we go. Hi, everybody. I am so excited. My name is Jessica Corvo, and I am so incredibly excited to introduce one of my nearest and dearest artist friends. We met on LinkedIn. We've connected on Instagram. I've been following her journey, and she has the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces of art. And from my opinion, she creates from her heart, and then she shares her heart and her love and her soul with all of her clients and friends and community. And so it brings me absolute great pleasure to host this session right now. And I think we're just going to leave it very open-ended to talk about anything from the process to the clients to who is this person, this magical person, and how do we get involved, and how, more importantly, how do we get art inside of our house that's filled with love? So in lieu of International Women's Day, it brings me great pleasure, great pleasure to introduce my dear friend, Laura.
Thank you, Jessica, for your so beautiful presentation. Yes, it's true that the feeling all immediately passed between us. I also follow you. I like what you are doing, your commitment with all of us. So thank you to have me with you in this important event that, remember, it's in honoring the woman that matter for us. And so I'm double touched. Thank you. Well, my story is quite funny because I not consider myself like manual people. I cannot do nothing very like bricolage with my hands. So when I see the result of my painting, I'm the first one to be surprised and to discover what I've just created. My beginning is very funny because I'm since always been a woman, very spiritual woman. So when I was younger in Italy, in Rome, was more the church, the image of the church, of course. But it's so much long time that I have another kind of spirituality that is more personal and more related to the energy, the universe, and the nature. And I meet a woman that she was channeling, and she was making an atelier of painting with a prof of painting, and she invited me with two other coaches of yoga to follow her atelier in order to learn the basic of the painting, and then she will interpret it and read some message from this painting. I went very positive, but really it was a very frustrating weekend because I was in the resistance. I cannot paint. I'm very blocked, stuck. And at the beginning, the teacher asked us to blend our eyes in order to not see and to letting go the control, the fear, the attachment of the result. And when I was blended, I was more fluid. Something happens on the paper. When I was looking, it was like a drawing of a children of 2, 3 years.
The mind versus the heart.
Yes, and so the teacher and the coach perceived that I was very frustrated, and I'm starting to become very upset because the other two girls wanted to see what they was doing. And as the majority win, I have to walk to see what I was doing. And I was really like a children that is in the full resistance and doesn't want to walk, And then they started to make me dance, and I don't know how to dance at the moment. And so my anger was bigger and bigger. And really, I don't have fun. I'm not enjoying. I was very just frustrated. Yeah. And but at the end, when we have the readings of our painting, my reading was very powerful and very deep, and it was very surprising me, because I already have some readings from her, and her language is always about our flame, our energy. It's nothing to do with the experience that we can have on this body. It's more about our vibration. And she said that looking at my painting, she received some message, and it was the first time that she received a message coming from the soul before the reincarnation. So it was very powerful. I still have some, some reaction of emotion.
Yeah.
Yes. And but anyway, I wasn't very happy of this course related to the painting. But this is in February. And since then, when I come back home after the work and I was tired and I have a bad day, I take my paper and I bend my eyes and starting to painting. And it was becoming more fluid, more nice. And I show my painting to some close people, and all was very enthusiastic. And really, I get support since the beginning. I think that someone want that my message is spread through the art, because I've since the beginning people, co-worker and family member that appreciated my work and pushed me to go further. And as soon as I show to the co-worker, they say, you have to sell, it's so beautiful, you have to show them. So I started to publish in Art Majeur, a platform of artists, sculptural painting, all mixed. And I've been contacted by a lot of gallery of important gallery. So I'm very blessed, because I have the opportunity to participate to really very prestigious event without doing nothing. People come to me asking me to participate. And so I started, and it's about 4 or 5 years that I started, and I saw my evolution. And what is very funny is that I have no idea of what will be the result. I don't know what I will produce. I just work with an energy. For example, if I have a confident call with a girlfriend, and I started to paint, I paint the energy of this call. If I listen a sound that moves me, I express the energy. And because you know my art, what's it's funny is that my art is very changing. It's changing with the color. It's depending of the light of the day. The painting is changing. You can put up and down, laterally, vertically, horizontally, in all the direction. And a lot of clients say, I'm never borrowing about your art, because if I start to know it, I change the direction and I discover a total new creation.
The new perspective. Yeah.
Yes. And for me, it's important, because life is movement. Life is not static. Also, if we think that we are stuck, that nothing changed, that we are always in the same place, it's not true. And it's has been said that my art is very sensual and very powerful, is very sweet and feminine, and at the same time so devastating, And there is this play, with the light and the darkness. Also because I work with a lot of paste, so there is a relief.
Yeah.
And so with the layers of the painting that I mix together, and they merge, the fusion, there is a union between the color and the texture. There is a depth, a profundity that is very, is go deep. And I saw people cry in front of my art. and a man about 50 years old that say, please, not make me look at this painting because it's troubling. I'm so touched that I'm in trouble.
It's
But
too
yes,
overwhelming, too much love, too much magic, too much
yes,
wonderful things.
yes, but it's always this life force, it's not negative, it's not oppressing, it's always this light that is coming, this sense of movement that can be very soft or more accentuated. And as I don't have a structural logic or mind behind my creation, when I finish, I stop, I look, because I paint on the ground, so I'm sit and then look down, and I'm working little piece by little piece. And when I finish, at the beginning was very difficult to learn how to stop, like on the life. When you have to push, and when you have to sit back and wait and let the universe act for us. And so I learn, really, a little parenthesis, I learn a lot with the painting. And I think that the art has a big power, because not only infect our moods, our vibes, but for me, art is a love affair, is a relationship between me and the art, because I discover the art that I produce. And oftentimes there is a big love, and after a detachment, like a bad mom that say, no, I don't want you, my baby. And then I rediscover it again, and I present it to the people. And after there is the energy of the art itself that communicates with the watcher. And there is this relationship between the watcher and the art. And when I assist to this relationship, I am in the trouble, because it's something that is just magic to see what's happened between my art and the people. And for me, it's all energy, because really the art is healing, because for me, I paint for me, it's my moment of meditation. Also, if oftentimes the idea, the energy that I express is coming from the external world, from a friend, from a song, from someone that asked me to express something, there are not so much pieces that come from my personal life.
Right. Yeah. I think that's important, because that's what I was going to ask you is, when you're doing the art for other people, I understand as an artist, it's what's inside. And so one of the things that I was always curious about is the art a message from, say, a higher force that you are called to share with somebody? Or is it something that maybe you're translating the energy or the message from somebody else and then helping them translate? Because for me, like, I mean, you do it with art, I do it with physical fitness. So that's how I'm able to connect with people. And so people won't tell me what's wrong with their body, but you can feel it. And then when you adjust, that's one of my biggest tools with being able to help people ease into their body.
I think that in the moment of the creation, I'm guided. And I have this ability to understand the fear of the person, to understand. I'm very empathic, I'm very sensitive, and I'm someone that I'm very the emotion. I have been driven by the emotion for all my young teenager, young adult.
You're connected, you're normal. I think the world has been trained to not be
I'm in the body.
I'm
in my body, yes. But at the beginning, I misunderstood this emotion. I think that, that they, if I feel bad, that means that it's not good. So I don't really speak exactly the same language. I interpreted their message. And since several years now, I play, I transform, I dissolve. I
love it.
I have another relationship with the energy, but I have this ability maybe to express the energy for the other people that are too much in their mind and don't know themselves. So maybe I can, if someone speak to me, for example, in a very 3D dimension, as I say, I woke up, I eat, I walk, and I come back to see next week. So, these kind of people that hasn't any spiritual opening, or they are too much in their mind, in the blaming, in the critical, in all this kind of stuff that is a kind of escape our emotion,
Distraction. It's a distraction.
Distraction. And I think that if we speak together, I can feel the energy that is behind all these words and expressed in the art. And after, I'm also guided to share a message, because at the beginning there is me in the office, me in the spirituality with my coaches, and the Laura, the artist. And the more and more I'm doing my art, I don't know if I'm speaking about me or about my art. Because I use my art to express the life force, this movement of life, this letting go, this receiving, all the feminine energy.
Yeah.
And I don't know really where is the art that speaks by itself and suggests me some message to say, or if it's my interpretation.
Yeah.
But it's sure that a same piece of art can be used for different message depending of the moments.
I love it. I love it. So it's almost like a therapy then too, because for you it's a meditation and you're the messenger. And so this is your vehicle. And then for other people, it's a way that they can understand you and then also understand themselves, but they're understanding themselves through you.
Yes, but especially them, because I don't, for example, as I told you, there is an example of this client that I really, sometimes, the life of the artist is difficult, because we know the importance to have an original piece of art.
Yeah.
We know that it really can change a piece, a room, an office, and that can have an impact on the energy of the person. So I know what the difference between an original piece of art and a poster or a digital art, But I also know that everyone has already his interior design. There isn't a wall free, there is. So it's not easy. It's not something that we can sell every day, or we have an average. I sell 10 pieces on December last year, and I can stay some months without sell, and then there is other sell that arise, But it's sure that, for example, this girl, when she's young, and she invests her first salary on my art, so I was very touched. And she sent me an audio message 3 years after, something like that, and she told me that every time she has a problem in her life, she's sad, she's upset for the work or whatever, she sit down, look at this little canvas that I did, and she felt better. And she said, your energy, your joy, your sense of life, I don't know what you put in this art, but after I feel good. So this is my heritage. I will bring your art wherever I go, whether no matter in which country, this canvas will come with me. And when I listen her, I know that I can't stop to paint.
Absolutely.
I have a mission. My purpose is also that.
Yeah.
And it's not I very often give to the charity to, I want that the art is in service.
Yeah.
Because it's love. It's not only love to the watcher, to the buyer, but as a message of love that has to serve for a cause, for a, I'm very generous with my art.
Absolutely. I think that's a very important concept as well, because I think sometimes when we're in our flow and when we're connected, it's beautiful, it's inspiring, it's inclusive, it's welcoming, it's all these wonderful things that help create communities and help create tribes and just families. And sometimes when we're trying to convert that into a business, we disconnect from here to connect to here. And with that translation, we lose that love and we lose that connection and we lose like all that magic. And so finding that balance in between and finding people that understand that language, I think is an absolute talent. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to host this International Women's Day, is to bring light to all of these magical souls that I'm blessed to be connected with, such as yourself, so that we can help share the message and help people get
Yes,
to know you and just say thank
yes.
you for just being, because it's inspiring.
Thank you. Well, I think that I'm very blessed and very in life in general, but really, as an artist, the gallery contacted me.
Yeah.
So, and the big ones. As a watcher, people that really doesn't like maybe this kind of abstract art say I don't like it, but I'm waiting for your video, for your presentation. If you have an exposition, I have to come, because two co-workers doesn't like this kind of art. They follow me, they are the first fan that I have, and they say we don't understand the art, we never go to the museum, we don't go, but your art is, we like. So it's a double blessing, because there is the specialist and there is the normal people that don't care about the art, and I think that really it's the art is or every kind of active meditation, or teach us the letting go and the importance to be out of the mind, as you remember, and in the heart and in the body, and feel all the feelings, and not be afraid, and work with the body. It's all the feminine energy that I think that a lot of women lost.
Yeah.
Under the conditioning of the society. And if you authorize me, beside my artwork, etc., I want to send a message to all your tribe, because I know that are people that are already women that are already connected with themselves, but please stop to want to take the place of the man. We need the man that make feel us cherish, and let them provide for us, even if we can do by ourselves. You as me are very independent, we can all everything, but we are not done for that. Our hormones are different. We are here to enjoy the life, to receive, and receive is also receiving from a man. So stop to push, to chase. Let the man come, let the man be the man, because man need us radiating joy, pleasure, doing what we like. So focus on ourselves, and all will come. The man, the promotion, the clients. Really, I think that is very important in this future day, because we are recording, but that this 8 March, a lot of women open themselves to the feminine energy, to receive, to smile, to accept a compliment, to know their value, and understand that the real love is in the relationship with ourselves.
Absolutely. It's funny that that was the message that just came out of your heart. One of the first things, I'm a survivor of family violence, and one of the very first lessons that my father ever taught me was how to do everything on your own, to be independent. So he wanted to make sure that no matter what, I would never be in a position that I couldn't help myself. He always wanted me to be empowered. But then lesson number 2 was, when you find a man that you love, let him do it. Always let him do it. And then
Yes.
if he cannot do it, then at least I have the tools where I can do it. So I think I learned the first lesson. I'm still trying to learn the second lesson.
Yes,
Fundamentally, I understand it. In my heart, I'm still learning.
yes, it's so important, because the man I always honored the men because I think that we have a lot of expectation. We give them a lot of weight of responsibility of think that is our own responsibility to feel good. We are not with a man to smile or to be happy. We
Right.
are happy and then we share our happiness with a man.
Our cup is
And I
full. Our cup is full.
yes, yes, and we can give to everyone more when we take time for our self-care, for our painting, our dance, our workout. It's not selfish, it's just a form of self-love and say I love you, so I want to be in the best of my self to can give to you, to share, to receive. Because if we are frustrated, also if a man comes with a big bouquet of roses, you say, oh, okay, put the vase, and we don't enjoy, you don't appreciate it, the gift. So yes,
It's a
it's
beautiful
important.
message. It's a
It's
beautiful
important.
message, and I think it's very important for a lot of people because especially right now in the context of World 2.0 and people getting into this collective shift of getting in touch with themselves and getting out of their head and into their heart. I think collectively that's been happening all over the world, and it's a scary process. It's a very scary process. So the more people, like you and the other women that are part of this International Women's Day, it's just once you have that connection, you become kind of, a guiding light for other people to also do that own work. So whether it's through sharing your art or just sharing your story or just being, it's inspiring. And so I just thank you so much for
And find a passion also
yeah.
because as you are like me in your work, you are so passionate, so never will stop you. Like me, even there is maybe some hesitation, some fear sometimes, or some. We go because we enjoy what you're doing, and
The heart is
this
strong. The heart doesn't give up.
yes,
The heart finds a
it's
way.
it's like a river, we go, we follow, we say yes or no, but focusing on what make feel us good, and this is important.
And when you feel good, the world feels good. And the world continues to congratulate you with more things to make you feel good.
Yes, yes. It's. I think that this is a message important because it's not more important. The woman is more important to the man. No, we need each
Yeah,
other.
it's the balance.
We just we have to communicate, but from a place of the art and
Yeah.
not of duty, expectation,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
love
be in the body, feel more, do the workout. It's so
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. I think it's beautiful because when you're always focused on yourself and you're surrounded by people that are always focused on themselves, when I was living in Singapore, there were multiple years I did not have a single miscommunication, a single disagreement, like no problems, like or adversity at all, because everybody was so focused on making sure that they were the best. They brought themselves the best version of themselves, and it's magical because when you're in that state, like you, like me, like many people in the world, it's just you have that awareness and then you're so connected to that heart that the communication problems come from here, they don't come from here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
a lot of people I think are starting to learn that, and it's just
Yes.
once you
Yes.
open that door, it's like oh my goodness.
Yes, I think that we reincarnate in a good moment to live this, and this COVID, this virus helps us to remember what's matter, what makes us happy, and yes, and follow our passion because when we follow our passion, the benefit is on the other people, on the buyer of a piece of art, on the people that attend your course, lessons of, is when we are selfish, is the world that benefit, and this is very important to, yeah, to see with the art, with and to listen the body.
Yes, I
It's
love it.
very, very important. We have all the answer inside,
It's
so
vital.
we don't need to second guess,
It's vital. It's vital. Absolutely. So if people want to see some of your artwork and if they want to contact you to commission some art, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, I'm the most place where I'm more often is Instagram.
Okay.
Laura Casini point web creation.
Mhm.
After maybe you can write some. Yes.
I will add all the links in here.
Yes, thank you. And because there is a lot of video presentation, I presented the same canvas with a different light, different positions. So, of course, if there is someone that is interested to discover also, or to chat with me, only to see, or if there is some specific commission for an energy award or something that it's important for someone, we can always discuss. I can make a canvas, no obligation to buy if it's not corresponding with the person. And yes, I'm very available for this to a discussion one to one, or just to see, to come, to say hello, to watch my art. It's welcoming.
Absolutely. I will admit, in the sea of LinkedIn, where everything was business, 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 and up here, up here, up here, it was just so refreshing to get your art coming into my newsfeed. And I'm like, okay, heart-centered people, this is amazing. And so it helped me shift, because to me, LinkedIn is where I do a lot of my business, whether it's coaching, whether it's corporate packages, whether it's nutrition. I mean, it's a lot up here. And so finding that connection, sometimes I lose my balance. And so when I try to make an intention to surround myself with the heart people, and you're one of the heart people, then it's like, okay, I can spot check myself and say, okay, Jess, you're in your head right now, get back into your heart. And so to me, on a personal level, it's been so powerful and impactful. And I just want to say thank you as well. So hopefully
So
that
I
will
am
inspire others.
so I have to post more because it really, of course, LinkedIn is very professional, and sometimes I say no, I'm too much spontaneous, I'm too much, So for that, I prefer sometimes Instagram because it's more funny. But I cannot present a piece of art without speak about the life, about the beauty of the life, about this light, this little thing that make a day different, and the beauty is here. Really, is, and I think that it's important to speak, to say that, because we always see a very worrying world outside on the news. It's a very, but the life is also the smile. It's also it, the mundane things of the life.
Yeah.
And my art, that is just I go very fast. It's very important for me, the element of the nature. For this, there is this kind of passage with the clouds. There is always a sky or a ocean in my art, or the stone, because we are part of the nature, and the nature is part of our body, of our life. We live in the city, maybe we lose a little bit the contact of the nature,
Yeah.
but the nature is on my art.
Absolutely.
This is for sure.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm so excited
Thank you,
to
Jessica.
share this with everybody. And I send you so much love from Chicago, in my apartment, in my bubble of love. I send you all of my love.
Well received. Thank you. Same for you and for all your tribe, all the women that will watch this video. Happy Woman Day. Enjoy, and feel like a queen, the queen that we are, and we deserve it every day, not only date of March.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much for your listening, your questions, and keep in touch on LinkedIn and Instagram.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Bye bye.